Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. 'Twas brillig and the sly they toves did guide and gimble in the wabe, all mimsy with the barrow groves and the moan wraths out grabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jubjub bird and shun the frumious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the manxome foe he sought. So rested he by the tumtum tree, and stood awhile in thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes aflame came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snick-a-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O frabjous day, callooh, callay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the sly the toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe, all mimsy with the barrow groves, and the moan wraths out grabe. Scottish. In Greek mythology, the Minotaur was a creature with the height of a bull and the body of a man, or as described by the Roman poet Ovid, a being part man and part bull. The Minotaur dwelt at the centre of the labyrinth, which was an elaborate maze-like structure designed by the architect Daedalus and his son Icarus on the command of King Minos of Crete. The Minotaur was eventually killed by the Athenian hero Theseus. Chapter 1. The Reality of the Present. "Where did I put those notes on the symposium last week?" I shouted. My mind raced like a steam train ready to explode. I admit it, I get frustrated easily when things do not go as planned. Ironically, it seemed that my desk was a vast black hole that devoured not only my thoughts but any papers of noteworthy substance. Dr. Mitch, I forgot to tell you, I put those symposium notes into the database for you last night. I then blurted out to him, "Thank you, Casey. I was looking for those." Ah, yes, my assistant Casey. How could I ever get angry at him? He was such an important part of my research here at Mercer, short for Miami Center for Environmental Research. He seemed to intuitively read my thoughts, as close compadres working in such small confines often do. I impatiently rolled my chair over to my laptop when Casey, sensing my growing anxiety, said, "They're in Climate Symposium Japan in your documents folder." I thought to myself, see, I told you he was invaluable to me. He keeps me sane in an insane world. Hopefully, we still might have time to escape the storm. Chapter 1, Spring. I never was much for sitting in a drafty schoolhouse that had only 2 windows, of which I didn't have the fortune of sitting next to. My teacher quickly learned that I cared more about looking at the trees than learning reading, writing, and arithmetic. After calling on me a few times, with limited response on my part, she moved me as far away from my earthly distractions as she could. Even still, she could not take away the sweet and sour smells that wafted through that shoddy old schoolhouse. Often my mind would change focus so intently that my teacher's words were like blind chatter to me, not unlike the chickadees of spring. Only the sweet, repetitious chirps of my feathered companions seemed to have something of importance to say. On this particular spring day, the damp spring swells from under the baseboards unfurled their pungent aroma and were especially noticeable. As the wind ripped through the open windows, I slowly lifted my head from my favorite turquoise blue shirt so my teacher wouldn't notice, and took in a slow, deep breath. I gently closed my eyes. I could smell the musty earth releasing her gases of decaying leaves, grasses, and swollen rich black earth that were trapped earlier by the thick blanket of winter's embrace. It was one of the first days that told me spring had finally arrived to stay. The teacher didn't seem to notice my delectable distraction. Her name was Anita Claiborne. She was the third teacher to grace our meager schoolhouse, and by far the prettiest. Her thin, petite frame was beset with long brown hair that she usually wore in the wrapped bird's nest style of the time. She walked with a slow, determined gait that, when needed, could become as brisk and playful as a fawn's delectable nature. A British accent. If a splendid photo using a phone's camera is your aim, then follow these tips. First, wipe the lens regularly and use natural illumination when taking pictures. For enhancing the image, tap the screen where you want to focus and use computer programs to add effects and change the appearance of the photos. This is an Irish accent. If a splendid photo using a phone's camera is your aim, then follow these tips. First, wipe the lens regularly and use a natural illumination when taking pictures. For enhancing the image, tap the screen where you want to focus and use the computer programs to add effects and change the appearance of the photos. This is a splattering of different emotions. Soft, sensual. Oh, darling, that is so wonderful. You have no idea how much I love you. Sad. I can't believe that you're actually doing that. It boggles my mind. Why? Why did you do that? Angry. How many times have I told you not to do that? It really grates on my nerves. Happy. Oh, wow. Oh, that was the most fun I've had in a long, long time. Awesome. Surprised. Whoa! Whoa! Wow. That was amazing. That almost hit me. Cold. I'm so cold right now. Oh, my teeth are chattering. Hot. Oh, wow. I can't believe it's 110 degrees out here. My God, the desert is so excruciating. And I really don't care. I mean, seriously, you've got to do what you've got to do. Oh, that pain that went right through my arm. Oh, it hurts so much.